Alright, I'll show you this little tack repair here I'm using from the internet. It's all over the internet. What we're looking at is a couple of points here. Count up 3 on the back side of the tack on this side, and then you count up 4 here, and you measure across those two. Alright? It should read, if your tack is working correctly, about 200 ohms. If you get the DL, or the nothing, then you got something that's not right. Okay? So then the next step was to flip it over. They call this a quartz. Here, let me see if I can get that balanced out right for you. Give me a second. There we go. Alright, they call that a quartz, this little piece right here. Okay? So, the next step is to count up 3. 1, 2, 3. You see the orientation of the tack. Count up 3 and cut that pin. Alright, I just used some dikes. Then I looked at it real carefully here and got that cut. So the next step, I just went to the electronics store here and got my 200 ohm resistor. I just went by the guide, and I believe the next step I'm going to do is to take and solder it from here to here. Alright, so I got to get set up for that. And then we'll see. Alright, that's the next step. I'm going to add this little part. To double check your work, you count up 3 on this side, okay, and then 4 on this side, and if you measure across there after you get it cut, it should be 0. That's a double check on your work. Now you might have something like, it's supposed to be 200, remember, but if you have anything other than that, the tack is not working properly. Sometimes it just doesn't work, sometimes it buries itself, and sometimes it's just off. Anyhow, just to review on this part right here, count up 3, count up 4, measure across that. After you've successfully cut it, it should be 0. Okay? Right across there. Then you know that your cut has worked correctly. Mine was 0 to start off with, so I don't know what it was. Alright? Thank you. Alright, so I went to the electronics store again, and I just got this little pencil soldering iron 1295 and picked up one of these little gizmos here. You load the thing and it's going to suck off the solder in that one little area. So we'll see how well that works. Supposedly, I'm just going to heat this up. And then once it gets liquid, we'll solder it. Now mine almost has a hole right there. On the other side, I'll show you when I get done, there's a trace. It's just a hole sitting there. Takes a long time, I guess, for this to heat up. We'll find out. Oh, and I also got some solder, obviously, while I was there, and picked up the proper resistor from the thing. Oh, this is the Chinese one. We'll see what happens. I know it's getting hot because I smell it. Not working very good, is it? Maybe that's a lesson for you. Are there any instructions on this thing? Where's the damn... Here it is over here. Well, I don't see any instructions. It's hot. Try the sideway. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Where's my gizmo? There it goes. Get my pump ready. Just took a little while to heat up, I guess. Okay, so we're heating up right now. Alright. That doesn't work worth a crap, does it? Let's try it again. I don't think that works worth a crap. I got a hole there, though. That's the main thing. Okay. Alright. Let that set there. Let's see what I got for solder. Alright, so here's what I got. A 200 ohm, 2% HM whatever, half watt. Well, all I did was follow the guy's tutorial, and he gave the part number for the Radio Shack one. Went to the Radio Shack site, got the description of it, took a picture of it, and took it into the guys. So, back in the day, I remember I used to be able to know what all those little things tell you. Right there. They tell you what kind of... You could look at one and tell what it is, but I can't remember that anymore. So, now, what we're going to do is... Now, I've heard that the proper... One guy wrote on the forums that 220 was the right one to get. And it could be. But I don't know. I know the guy did 200. Is what he did. And that's what this is. So now I got to get that soldered in here and there. So I think we got to do some snipping. Whoops, come back here. Alright. Got to do some snipping. Going to kind of wing this a little bit right around there. Cut that and then put a little bend in it. Maybe that's too much. How about a little bend like that? Let's see how that's going to look. Actually kind of need a little less. So there. Let me get up in the camera, I'm sorry. And to there. Alright. That'll be fine. So I need to make the other one kind of short. Let's make it here. And then like that. So there. Now you know what I need? I need something to hold that there, don't I? Or maybe I could just do the one. Let's see what happens. I need more hands. Alright, hold on. Alright, I kind of got that stuck there. Alright, somewhere around here some solder. There it is. I'm not well organized, as you can see. And gotta check one thing. I don't know if this has to be oriented one way or the other. So let me go check the tutorial right quick, see if it says anything about it. Okay, after a recheck, I wasn't sure if that was directional, but I don't think it is. You didn't say anything about it on the tutorial anyway. Shows my lack of electronics. Alright, so here we go. There's a nice connection on that. Maybe go just a bit more. Oh yeah, that looked really nice. And I think this one, all I got to do is maybe just get it a little hot. Let it join there. Oh, that was a nice solder right there. And maybe just a tad more, right? Always in doubt, put some more. Okay. So there is our solder connection. The big test. Let's turn this on here. Put it next to it. We'll move this a little bit so you can see, hopefully. What should happen is between, remember, count up 3 and then 4 on the other one. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. We should have a reading. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. Daggone it. Hold it there steady. 0.199 across those two terminals where we had nothing before. So, do we know whether it works? No, we do not. Have we accomplished exactly what's on the tutorial? Yes, we have. Do we feel good about it? Yep, we sure do. Now, also, you're gonna, I don't know, what did I pay? I don't even know. Got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They come in a 6-pack. I think you can get it on eBay. It's a 1/2 watt, 200 ohm, 2% flame-proof resistor. And that's where they come out of. Oops, okay. So actually, I'm done with this. And, you know, here's why I decided to do it. It wasn't working. The choices? Send it off somewhere. Pay somebody to, I guess, do what I did, but they're going to have to know about it. Have to be some kind of El Camino tach repair guy. Buy another one. Yeah, they're out there. Okay, you can get them every once in a while. And that's that. Now let me tell you one other little gizmo which I thought was cool. The tutorial that I used, one of the guys I also saw, and they do this across the Chevy trucks too as well. Almost any of the tachometer. I got a tachometer in my 79 K10 that is not working, so I'm going to try the same thing. What do I have to lose? What they did as a different little fix was, instead of this fixed 200K resistor, they put in a variable resistor there. And what they were able to do with the variable resistor, it had like a little screwdriver and it's like a little dial. And you could dial it into the correct RPM. That's what they were doing. I might be off on this with the 200. I mean, it could be, maybe this tach will read 2,000. I'm actually doing 2150. Do I care? Not really. But, I mean, if you really cared, there's a tutorial out there for a variable resistor that would go across there. I didn't know enough about buying those. I just said, I just want the thing to work. Okay? So there we are. That is my tutorial for how to fix your tach. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose if it's not working? Pretty simple. Even me not knowing what I was doing. Alright. Good luck. Yeah, there we go. Is it accurate? I have no idea. But it's working. There you go. $3.95 for a pack of 6, I think it was. Good luck.